All right, so the father and his sons. Aesop's Fables by Aesop on Gutenberg.org. Phenomenal site. All right, so let's get into it. A father had a family of sons who were perpetually quarreling among themselves. When he failed to heal their disputes by his exhortations, he determined to give them a practical illustration of the evils of disunion. And for this purpose, he one day told them to bring him a bundle of sticks. When they had done so, he placed the faggot into the hands of each of them in succession and ordered them to break it in pieces. They tried with all their strength and were not able to do it. He next opened the faggot, took the sticks separately, one by one, and again put them into his son's hands, upon which they broke them easily. He then addressed them in these words: My sons, if you are of one mind and unite to assist each other, you will be as this faggot, uninjured by all the attempts of your enemies. But if you are divided among yourselves, you will be broken as easily as these sticks. What probably stands out the most is the F word, which a lot of folks remember from when they were really young, that a faggot is just a bundle of sticks. And it's been retwisted over the years. I think it's like British, but even before that, I'm sure. Yeah, so it comes from a much more wholesome um, place, and it's just become sort of a derisive word. Um, at least here in the U.S. Um, but it's a bundle of sticks. So look beyond that. It's pretty interesting because it's so these fables are so clear. So they these sons don't heal their own disputes by him prodding them to his exhortations. Um, so he showed them. He basically showed them. He brought the bundle of sticks. Each of them, you know, got uh, one, uh, um, you know, the group of sticks, and each of them couldn't break that bundle of sticks. But then he put each individual stick into each of his son's hands, and they broke them easily. So that was a visual symbol that showed that, look, guys, you've gotta you've got to combine. You have to be a team. You have to support one another, and you have to learn how to cooperate, work together, um, and uninjured by all the attempts of your enemies. And I like that. It's very sort of biblical. There are a lot of books I keep referencing the Bible because there's a lot of I think sort of connections to these historical manuscripts and the stories and whatnot. But there's a lot of talk of enemies and death, and I mean, any of these great classic books, whether religious or non-religious, or more secular, um, they you still have to keep that in mind, and certainly in the adult world, um, just in general, you have to keep in mind that, yeah, there are people that are just not going to like you, um, and so he's saying, look, if you guys unite and team up, you'll be uninjured by all the attempts of your enemies. So he's blatantly stating that you will have enemies. That's just part of life. And if you team up and you have a team, your family, your crew, your whoever your crew is, you want to get along and you want to not quarrel because you will have troubles. But if you are divided among yourselves, you'll be broken as easily as these sticks. So these are just great pieces of advice, great pieces of life lessons, for young and old alike, to remind them of how to wade these sometimes treacherous waters called life. The Father and His Sons, Aesop's Fables. Thank you very much.